Hello. I finally have time to do some stuff today. That dude's going to be running his sprinklers all day long, or at least all morning, but it's humid. There's dew all over the grass still. So, yeah, this is an issue because I need to get this blasted again. I actually blasted it last weekend, which was I shouldn't have done, but I'm going to run through it again and like none of this came off. Like it's just gonna look like that. But it cleaned up pretty well, but it has been sitting for a week, and I'll go through it again. It still has some undercoating on it. Um, I did abrade this area with a Scotch-Brite. I actually blasted those areas right there. I don't really know why I did that, but I did it. But I'll probably hit that up with Scotch-Brite again, maybe, and then I will definitely blast it again. The goal today, I want to get this blasted and painted today. And then tomorrow, it's Saturday, by the way. I don't know if I'm going to upload this today or if I'm going to try to make some video or what. But Sunday, as in tomorrow, I'm going to try to blast the interior pan. And I already blasted some of it. But it needs gone through again. And it looked like shit. The donor car for this car really wasn't the greatest, but I'm working with what I have. For the most part, it's still actually pretty solid, even though it don't look that way. But yeah, tomorrow I want to blast the interior and then get the interior done. And with the exception of the humidity, it's actually, well, and the guy watering all morning long, it's actually supposed to be a pretty nice weekend. So I'm gonna get that done. And oh yeah, I've been running around. I think it's like 10 o'clock. I don't know if that clock is right, but I bought a 100-foot air hose because I'm going to use the air hose, or wait, no, I'm going to use the compressor to blast that's in that garage. The reason being is because I want to try to keep this pump cool for when I paint. And I don't have a very good filtration system at all, so I'm kind of just cobbling some stuff together. But yeah, well, anyways, so my paint cup, I don't know if you can see it, but it's cracked right there. So it's all bent to shit. So hopefully this paint cup will work. Focus on thing. Okay, paint cup, gloves. I needed gloves. I just went to the poor man's store and I just fell on the ground. Okay, desiccant dryer. I got 2 of those. I got some gloves because these are extremely sad. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna throw those away now. These were $3. Okay, recipient and this thing. This, I'm gonna probably put this in between this hose and another hose. It says just put it on the back of a gun, but the thing is I'm going to probably have this on the back of a gun, so I think it'll be okay. 90 psi. Sure. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to get my day started. I got stuff to pick up off the ground and stuff to do, and okay. All right, it's not perfect at all, but I have to move on. I got paint shaking. I'm still using the other air compressor up there. So at this point, yeah, I got to agitate that, which I'm obviously doing. And then, okay, I'm hoping after it mixes, it's a little bit lighter than that. Well, that looks like see-through now, but anyways, it should be darker. Yeah, the paint cup, it did work. It just screwed on. So yeah, so yeah, I need to quit saying so yeah. I'm gonna put one of the filters on. Actually, I'm gonna clean the gun a little bit more. I just had to take that off. But yeah, then I'll just get painting, and I'll probably still use that same hose since it has like that inline filter in it. And as far as the body goes, I'll just move the body side to side. Oh yeah, I need a wax and grease remove it. I just use like the gun for it. Actually, I should probably do that first. Do I have another gun? I do have another gun. Well, oh well. Either way, I'm gonna use this one. Oh, shaky. It's pretty much the end of day one. It looks okay. It didn't come out as good as I wanted it to, but it's gonna have to do for now. It does have a little bit of a glossy sheen to it. I don't want to touch it. Actually, I do want to touch it. It's actually getting dry to the touch already. But yeah, undercoating I just sprayed over on top of, you know, it's fine. It will take all day blasting that shit off, and I ain't doing it. Oh. Yeah, it does have some fish eyes in some areas, but they'll probably just be covered up with undercoating anyways. So tomorrow I will go ahead and hopefully do the interior side of the floor pans, and I'm already pretty much out of the gray, but I do have plenty of the black. So yeah, that's the gray, and then this can in here, that is the black. So shaky, you know, Satan black. So if I have to, I'll just paint the entire interior side the black. Day 2, and I'm taking a break. I'm in the process of degreasing this, vacuuming it out, whatever. And then I'm gonna start laying some paint down. And I move a lot. Yep, I'm just gonna pretty much get started, and the underside looks really good actually. So that'll be all black. I'll probably end up painting all of it black, but I don't know, we'll see. I over-reduced my paint, so what I thought was contamination basically just was from over-reducing, and it just made everything look milky. I didn't have much gray, so I tried stretching it. See, I ran out over there. It's where I really ran out. So I'm just gonna paint everything black. Yeah, I got some runs right there, so that's good. That's cool. I'll just leave those. The car's gonna be black anyways, and it's all gonna be carpeted, so what difference does it even make anyways? The trunk is done. It actually came out pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with the trunk. It's still drying, so that's kind of why it's blotchy, but some areas like over there, that's just gonna look like that. Unless you blast the whole thing, it's, you know, it actually looks worse on camera than it does well, it's whatever. I can still like undercoat it or something, but I'm not. I'm happy with it. It's good enough for the dudes I date. It's another day now. It's day 3 or Monday or whatever you want to call it. I'm about to do my undercoating. It's all dry pretty much in here, and I mean it kind of did things I expected it to do, so it's definitely not perfect, but I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I will go back and seam seal it up through here. It needs seam sealer here, and one of the 2 rockers, either over there or on this side, I don't know which side, but I'll probably put seam sealer on both sides. But also, okay, that wheel tub, that inner wheel well, that got replaced, so I'm gonna have to put seam sealer on that, I think. Yeah, but yeah, you see light through it though, so all that's gonna need seam sealer. I did have 2 tubes of seam sealer. I ran out, so I need to get some more, so I did this seam in here, and then where some random spots were, I did that as well. I did up in there, and I did some areas in the trunk too. I think the trunk is good. I don't think I need to do anything else to the trunk. I think everything I need to do is on the interior of the car. So, but basically I wasn't even really caring too much to do anything with seam sealer. I just wanted to get all the painting done. So at this point, I think I'm gonna go ahead and abrade all the places since it's been a couple days. I mean, it's pretty cured, so I think I should probably abrade it. I shouldn't try to do like a chemical adhesion. So over here, if anybody even cares, this is the stuff I used on the Hurst. I mean, it works pretty good. I guess you just mix it all together. And I think when I did the Hurst, I used, I think I actually used just a little, try that again. I used a little bit of urethane reducer, which you should probably not do, but it seemed like it worked for me, but I'm definitely not telling anybody to do that. But yeah, I'm just gonna get started, and it's still kind of early. It's like, I don't know, it's like 8:30 or something, so I got all day. It's actually a pretty nice day. It's pretty nice right now. The humidity's not too bad. So hopefully after today, I could just let it sit, and then I can get started on the frame. So, and then, I mean, it'd be really nice to get the body back on the frame within the next month or two, but I don't see that happening, but it's a slow process. We're done. It's not exactly how I wanted it to turn out, but it came out good enough. There's pretty much like no coverage right there, but I'm good with it. But I'm pretty good with it. I did do in the trunk, I did right there, since it was really thin, and I think it's gonna look like way better. I don't even know if you could see it. Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with it. Oh no, I'm about to fall, which is fine. Is that tape? Yeah, I need a mine. Yeah, I got a lot of the sand off. A lot of it will just come off. It just wipes off pretty much. But yeah, that's pretty much. Okay, bye.